What is up, guys? Hope everybody is having a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about why, if you're a business owner, if you're a marketer in content creation, whatever you're doing, why ChatGPT should be the basis of learning for AI. I think a lot of times what's happening right now in the market is the fact that people are getting enamored and they're getting shiny object syndrome with all the AI apps that are out there. But today I wanted to go into why specifically when it comes to utilizing AI, if you can learn ChatGPT, it'll give you more astute knowledge and intellect for using other AI apps in the future. And on top of that, if you're new to AI, it's a great way to really get yourself 70% of the way there for the task and things that you're trying to get done. So a little bit about ChatGPT. ChatGPT was a learning model created by OpenAI. As everybody knows, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it got big in 2023 and people started using it. And from there, because the world saw what AI could do as a whole, all of a sudden the AI boom happened. And then from there, you would start to see people create all different types of apps for everything. And so in my life, what this came with was a lot of people creating apps to help you with content creation, generating scripts, things of that nature. But as somebody who knows how to use a lot of AI apps, there's a couple of things I want to go through today and kind of teach you about. The first one is that a lot of apps are actually just built on ChatGPT, right? So what's happening is because ChatGPT is such a powerful AI tool, what a lot of people do is they try to innovate and make a product better. And so what they do is they use ChatGPT as the foundation of whatever they're doing. And then from there, they build their own app with a more specific purpose. The reason behind this is because of the fact that if you make it more specific, you can charge more. So for example, if I'm a web design company, I can charge $1,000 for a website, right? But if I'm a web design company for home services, I could probably charge $2,000. But if I'm a web design company that only works with home services doing more than $20 million in revenue a year, I can charge $5,000. And so that's what's happening right now in the AI boom, is that there's a lot of companies that are trying to take ChatGPT as a basis and create their own AI softwares and then sell it to people with more specificity so that they can make a lot of money. And so with that being said, I would tell you is that a lot of these apps are already built on ChatGPT, and because ChatGPT is so accessible to the world, it's important that you learn to use it. That way, if you ever have to use another app, it makes the process a lot easier. Another thing that I think a lot of people don't talk about is the fact that ChatGPT is the king of the throne when it comes to AI apps. And so you almost have to look at it kind of like social media and Facebook, right? As somebody who uses Facebook for lead generation for my own business, for lead generation for other companies, there's always social media platforms that become like super popular. But the fact of the matter is, if you want to generate leads and you want to really build a business, the best place that you can always start and really grow that is on Facebook for a couple of reasons. One, it has data. Two, it's so much bigger than a lot of the other social media companies. So over time, what will happen is if a social media company is growing, Facebook can go in and acquire the company. They did that with Instagram. They did that with WhatsApp. And I think eventually that they'll do that with TikTok, but that's just my opinion. And so I say that to say it's the same thing when it comes to AI apps, right? If you can learn how to use the king of AI apps, again, it's going to make everything easier for you to use in the future. And so it's important that you just spend some time, spend 30 minutes, spend an hour a day just learning to use ChatGPT. And I'm not necessarily talking about like the full-blown automations, just like learn how to prompt, because if you can learn how to prompt, everything else when it comes to using ChatGPT becomes a lot easier. And then the last reason I want to talk about why you should learn to use ChatGPT is because you can really use it as a translator for other AI apps. And so a lot of times what happens is people don't understand when it comes to AI, the prompting is the thing that's going to give you the outputs that you're looking for. And so one AI software that I use is called FAL.ai, and it helps me generate realistic AI headshots. Now, if I don't give it the right prompt, the pictures won't look professional. And so what I always do when I'm trying to create the correct prompt is I'll literally go to ChatGPT, I'll type everything that I'm wanting, and then from there, it'll give me a prompt to then paste into that software that will make sure that that software gives me the output that I'm looking for, right? And so you have to look at it as a translator for the other AI apps you use. That way, when it comes time to really start to utilize those apps, you know how to prompt those apps to get the results that you want. And I think that ChatGPT, if you can learn how to do that, whether it be writing emails, generating prompts for pictures, generating social media captions, the more you do it inside of ChatGPT, it's going to make the other apps easier to learn. I relate this to playing the piano growing up. I was taking piano lessons from 4th grade to about 9th grade, and to this day I still play the piano whenever I get some free time. And the reason I like piano is because I enjoy playing the piano, but the real reason I like it is because I automatically, because I know how to play piano, I have a knowledge of other instruments when it comes to learning them. So like when it comes to playing guitar, I don't play guitar often, but because I know how chords work and because I know how chord sequences work, I can play a song on guitar relatively quickly. Same thing as other instruments that I've tested out, whether it's like the trumpet or it's any other instrument that has notes and chords. Because I learned the piano, it gives me a knowledge to get started ahead of somebody who has never used it before. And that's how you have to look at ChatGPT when it comes to using AI softwares, is if you can learn that to its full capabilities, the benefit is whenever you have to go get another software for your company, for your business, you'll know how to use it because you're so astute with ChatGPT. And it may even get to the point to where you won't need that software because you know how to utilize ChatGPT. A great example of this in my own life is I had bought an AI software that was like 25, 30 bucks a month that would help me generate social media captions and YouTube titles. But then what I did is I kind of looked and saw what the software did. Over time, I realized that it was made with ChatGPT. And now I just give ChatGPT those same prompts, and in return, it gives me the same result. And now I'm not having to pay for 2 separate subscriptions. I can stay on the one app that I use mostly for all of my marketing and content creation needs. And so I wanted to just tell you guys that today, because I think right now with AI in the world of business, in the world of learning, I think a lot of people want to get as many AI softwares as possible. But I'm here to tell you, if you can learn ChatGPT, sky's the limit to what you can actually do with AI. Have a great day, and God bless.